Systems of inequalities are very similar to systems of equations. The only difference is now you have an inequality sign. So we're going to start with y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 6. I'm going to graph this one in purple. So our slope is 2. Our y-intercept is 6. So we're going to start by plotting the point on the y-axis, 6, 0, 6. And then since our slope is 2, we're going to go up 2, right 1. If I go down 2 to keep it positive, I go left 1. And you're going to plot your points all the way across. Since this is greater than or equal to, we're going to have a solid line. And we're going to shade above. So I'm going to shade everything over here. Now I'm going to graph the next inequality in green. My slope here is negative 1/2. My y-intercept is negative 1. So we start at negative 1 and we go down 1, right 2, all the way across. If I go up 1, I go left 2. Since this one is not underlined, it is going to be a dotted line. And our inequality sign is less than, so we shade everything below our line. Now, since this is a system of inequalities, we want to keep shaded where they are both being shaded. So I'm going to change my color to red, and I'm going to go over where they are both being shaded. The only area we want to leave shaded is the area that is both greater than the purple line and less than the green line. So I'm going to erase the extra purple and erase the extra green. I'm only going to leave the red shaded. On our next example, I'm going to start by graphing y is less than negative x plus 10. So my y-intercept is 10 here. My slope is negative 1. So we're going to start at 10. And I go down 1, right 1, or up 1, left 1 to keep a negative slope. And we're going to take it all the way across. Since this is a less than sign, it is going to stay dotted. And I'm going to shade in purple everything below my line, so everything here. In green, I'm going to shade our next inequality. My slope here is 1 over 10. My y-intercept here is 7. So I'm going to start at 7. And I'm going to go up 1, right 10. Or I'm going to go down 1, left 10. This is also a less than sign, so it's also going to be dotted. And I'm also shading below for this line. Now that I have both shaded, I'm going to shade over where they both meet in red. And I'm going to erase my purple and my green. When you're doing this on a piece of paper, you can lightly shade and erase, or you can draw arrows to figure out where they both are shaded. On our next one, we have y is greater than x minus 8. So my y-intercept is negative 8. My slope is positive 1. I'm going to start at negative 8. And I'm going to go up 1, right 1, or down 1, left 1. This is a greater than sign, so I'm going to keep my line dotted. It cannot equal the line. And I'm going to shade everything above. Now, in order to graph my second inequality, I have to get y by itself. So we're going to subtract 2x to both sides. 4y is less than 16 minus 2x. We're going to divide everything by 4. So y is less than 4 minus 1/2 x. Remember your special rule. If you ever divide or multiply by a negative, you would flip your sign. Here we don't divide by a negative, so we keep our sign as less than. My slope is negative 1/2. My y-intercept is 4. So we're going to start at positive 4. And I go down 1, right 2. Or we go up 1, left 2. This is a less than sign, so we're going to keep it dotted. And we're going to shade everything below in green. So I'm going to reshade over where they meet in red. And erase my extra blue and green. Now, I might ask you what a possible solution is to this inequality. It is any point that applies for both inequality signs. So it could be anything in the shaded region. For example, negative 3, 0 could be a possible solution because it's in the shaded region. The last one I'm going to do is y is less than or equal to x plus 3. So I'm going to do this one in purple. We are starting at 3, and my slope is 1. So I go up 1, right 1, or we go down 1, left 1. This one has an inequality sign of less than or equal to. So we are going to have a solid line, and we are going to shade below for less than. For my next one in green, y is less than negative 3. I have a slope of 0 here and a y-intercept of negative 3. So this is a horizontal line at negative 3. Since my symbol is less than, it's going to be a dotted line, and I'm shading below. So again, I'm going to go over in red where they are both being shaded, and we erase the extra purple and green because we only want shaded where both equations are being shaded. A possible solution is anything in the shaded region. For example, 2, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could be a possible solution.